Good evening, everyone. I was just interviewed with Joy Ruffin on her Leading Ladies Leaving Legacies show, and I have been meaning to come on to Facebook Live all day today. And so I'm very grateful for this technology and the ability for me to connect with you as if you were sitting in my living room with me. Hi, Sharon. Hi, Ed. I'm Eileen Gottlieb, the heart healer, in case you don't know who I am. And today, being the anniversary of 9/11, has been a real challenging day for a lot of people. And I wanted to just share with you that if you're one of those people that's been challenged today, you're not alone. I remember where I was when, don't we all, on that amazing day. And and what struck me the most about that day was how it felt energetically, because I could literally feel the gathering of spirits that had been transitioning from out of their bodies. And it was a unique experience to me at the time, one that did not fully understand, but truly understood that it was to be honored. For those of us that are very empathic and intuitive, sometimes these gifts are not always perceived as gifts because they create a lot of challenge and struggle for us. And so I wanted to come on here tonight and share just a little bit about this experience of being an empath and being intuitive. And if you're one of us or someone that has these gifts as well, that there are tools that you can use that make it much more comfortable for you to actually be in your body and have these gifts. Hi, everybody. I have to be honest with you. I can't see everybody's names. So please know that as you're coming on the show or coming on this live, I can see you, but I can't see who you are. So forgive me. I do want to say that this morning, my day started with a client contacting me saying that she was really struggling. And she didn't understand what she was experiencing. And after listening to her, it was really clear that she was picking up on the emotions of what everyone was experiencing today. Because an experience like 9/11 is never limited to the day of the experience, as all of you who have experienced it firsthand understand. Grieving and the experience of dealing with traumas can be very cyclical. It's what post-traumatic stress disorder is all about. There's never any rhyme or reason necessarily, although sometimes there is, as to when we're going to be triggered and when that trauma is going to be activated, and all of the feelings that come up for us as if we're reliving the original trauma. This is what people with PTSD deal with all the time. And I'm one of them. So I understand the dynamic, not because of 9/11, but because of childhood experiences that were unknown to me at the time. But later in life, I came to understand that the reason why I have attracted people with challenges like PTSD and all of the different experiences that go along with it for client sessions. And I never really understood why until recently, when my own PTSD was triggered from childhood. And I want you to understand and know that you're not alone. That there are millions of people that walk this planet that are struggling with either being empathic and picking up on other people's emotions, being intuitive and sensing so much around them that they don't know what to do with all of that. And the empathic people don't always know whether the emotions that they're feeling are their own or if there's someone else's that they're picking up on, which makes it very confusing and also can be very overwhelming and sometimes paralyzing. There are so many different experiences that each of us come to this human journey to have. We don't ask for them consciously, but they're part of our journey. They're part of who we are being evolved into. They're all good because they all help us in some way, shape, or form. They just don't always feel good, right? And so what I would invite you to do is, if you're stuck in the emotions of 9/11 today, or it's triggering other grief for you that perhaps is your own or what you're picking up on from other people, I want you to understand that there are tools that you can use that will help you to clear these patterns of struggle and suffering. So for me, after I finished working with my client this morning, I sat there and I went, well, now that we've identified that it's 9/11 energy, and now that I'm tuned into it, it brought back all of it, right? But what it was for me, because I have been an empath all my life, consciously for 25 years, and because I've been an intuitive all my life and consciously for 25 years, right? I accept this as a gift. If we don't accept these parts of us, no matter what they are, and love them, then they become a source of suffering for us and struggle. And so the first step is to acknowledge the way that we experience our humanity all as a gift. And then ask for tools to be shown to us that will assist us in dealing with whatever it is that we uniquely are dealing with, because we are all a unique expression in this human journey, right? So I want to say that for me, as I went through, after I finished talking with my divine client this morning, I went into prayer as I was guided to do intuitively. And part of how I shifted from being deep into the agony of a heart crying feeling, not just my heart crying, but tears flowing down my face as I'm connecting with this group energy of grief, right? What I ended up reminding myself about, which is such an integral part of how I support myself now, is the Hooponopono prayer. And I want to share it with you tonight. And I want it to be something, ideally, that you can, as you're watching this and when it's complete, that you can embrace if you choose to. So the Hooponopono prayer is an ancient Hawaiian clearing and healing process. And it is so incredibly powerful. It is ancient beyond my ability to fathom. It is ancient Hawaiian, but I am guided to know that it is beyond the Hawaiian people. It is galactic in origin, which means that it is beyond the beyond. It started from well beyond the formation of this planet and was gifted to the people of this planet, who were the ancestors of the Hawaiian people. And it is the more current history that it is gifted by the ancient Hawaiians. And for this, I am incredibly grateful. And so many of us have heard the prayer itself, which is, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, and thank you. And as much as I've known about this prayer and have practiced it for probably over 10 years, I never studied it until last year. And it was in the studying of it which came to me as such an amazing inspiration, a gift that just showed up out of the blue. Ha ha. There is no such thing, right? We create everything. That it was so significant for me that it not only shifted the pain that I was having at the time, the vertigo, which took a couple more days, but more important than that, it shifted the PTSD that I had been suffering with since the spring before that, that I just couldn't find the tools that would shift it enough to bring me quality of life on a day-to-day, moment-by-moment basis, which I am grateful to say that I have, right? So the core tenets of this process of Hooponopono is we take 100% responsibility for everything that we see, sense, feel, know. Everything that we experience, we've created it on some level of consciousness. The beauty of it is, don't go into guilt. Don't go into judgment of, what am I doing? How did I do this? There's no need, right? Because the truth of the matter is that for every 15 bytes of information per second that we're consciously aware of, there are 15 million, I'll repeat that, 15 million bytes per second that are going on in the subconscious mind that we don't have a clue about. And that's how our reality is being created. And so if we accept responsibility for having created everything, the things that irritate us, political issues, something that someone says in the grocery store, someone cutting us off on the interstate, it doesn't matter what it is. Someone makes a comment sitting at a table at a restaurant next to us, and it pushes a button. We created it on some level of consciousness. To me, at the heart of it, it's all about, by clearing whatever these root causes are that we don't know what they are, right? What we gain is more and more moments of inspiration, more and more moments of conscious heart connection that are effortless for us to create and live our lives this way. No more suffering. Is it possible to get rid of all of it? I don't know yet. I'll keep you posted, shall we say. I believe that this human experience is so profound and so amazing. And when we realize that we're creating everything, it just, on the one hand, we can sit there and go, what the hell am I creating? I did this? And on the other hand, we can say, if I created this, then let's use this tool to release what the core issue is. And what I love about it is, because we're all connected energetically, there is no separation. This illusion of being solid is just that. So we're really on an energetic level, all of us created to be connected, right? Just like we're connected here on Facebook Live. And so if that's true, and if we are all connected, everything that I clear, you're benefiting from. Everything that you clear, I'm benefiting from. And so on throughout humanity. So to me, doing Hooponopono is a public service act. You know, PSAs, public service announcements, this is a public service act because it serves all of us. Because as we say this prayer, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, or just I love you, or just thank you, what we're saying it to is whatever the cause of the issue is that we really don't know what it is. Because 15 million bytes per second is the stuff we don't know about. And this is a huge time for generational healing. And PTSD, abuse issues, alcoholism, addictions, they're all generational issues. Even the diseases we carry. And the true mind-body connection is all about the thoughts that we don't know that we're having in the subconscious mind. And Hooponopono addresses that. That's why it's so extraordinary. And so a couple of ways that you can consider doing this or utilizing this tool, and that is to, in the moment, thank you for the love, I see the little hearts, thank you. In the moment, I invite you, if you're struggling with something, to just say to whatever this feeling is, or you can say to whatever memory or data is the cause of this feeling, or to whatever energy is the cause of this feeling, I love you. Or I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. Or just thank you. The I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, is actually speaking to the cause that we don't know what it is. The thank you is to divine creator, God, great spirit, whatever you call that source of where you've come from, your soul essence is connected to, for clearing it all. And as it clears from us, for we only ask for it to be cleared from us, it's cleared from wherever it's connected to. And so I wanted to share that if you're an empath or an intuit, if you've been struggling today because of your own personal grieving experiences, or any day, but particularly today because it is 9/11, if you're feeling stuck in the energy of all these dense emotions of grief or sadness or loss, I want you to know that you're not alone and you have a tool. So whenever you're feeling this, I invite you to hold whatever part of you you feel comfortable or that you feel guided to hold, and just simply say, wherever you're holding that feeling, whatever it is, I love you. I'm sorry for whatever I did to create you. Please forgive me for whatever I did to create you. I have no idea. And thank you, God, or divine creator, or whatever language you choose, for clearing it all from me and from wherever it's connected to. Work with it. I promise you that it will make a change for you. I know it has for me. And if you need any help with this, by all means, please feel free to reach out to me. You can always reach out. Actually, I think I put a link in the description for this post. Feel free. Don't suffer. You don't have to, but I honor for those that do, right? And for those of you that are local here to South Florida, I just remembered I can share this while I'm here with you. October 5, I am doing a one-day workshop at the Wyndham Jupiter. It's the Wyndham Harborside. Good Lord, what's the name of the hotel? The Wyndham Jupiter at Harborside Place. That's in Jupiter, Florida. It's a one-day experiential workshop, healing the heart with Hooponopono. It is my joy to share this work with you and to teach you a way to connect with your inner child, which is the ruler of the subconscious mind, I might add, and to work with that part of you that is dealing with all of what we struggle with and are reactive with, right? The things that create our struggles, our limitations. So if you're interested in getting more information about the October 5th workshop, please reach out to me through Facebook Messenger, or send me a message through my website at Ilene, I-L-E-N-E, thehearthealer.com/contact. I am sending you so much love, and so I'm just going to look here and see what messages you all had here. I'm sorry. Hi, Ed. Martin, thank you for joining. Pat, thank you. Mary Lou, welcome. Sharon Stahalik, my goodness, thank you for being here, old buddy. Marcy Cherry, how are you, honey? I'm so grateful that you're here. Thank you. All right, and Yida, thank you. My goodness, it's been a long time. Kelly, welcome. Thank you. Dina, thank you for being here. Jerry, thank you. Oh my goodness, look at all you wonderful people. Donna Burton, oh my goodness, thanks, honey. And God bless you back. Thank you. Jen, thank you so much for joining and for the love. And Jen said, very powerful tool combined with my wisdom is so great. And those who get to be a part of this are truly blessed. Oh, thank you, honey. I know that you don't live local, and if you did, you'd be there in a heartbeat. But you do the work, you've studied it, and you're doing it really well. And I'm really, really pleased for you as to how it's been supporting you. Can't ask for much more than that, right? And Tammy, hi. Cindy, hello. And, oh my goodness, who is this? I can't read it. Atlee, welcome. Thank you. I need to get my eyes adjusted. Does anybody know a good ophthalmologist or an optician? All right. Well, thank you all so much. Yes, Jen, I understand. Thank you. Absolutely, Jen said. I know that she would be here for sure. If you have any questions or if I can be of any support to you, please let me know. You know I love to share for any of you that know me, and it is my soul's purpose to help everybody get back into their hearts consciously so that we can all live a life that's a bit more peaceful, right? Not just for ourselves, but for our children, for our families, for our colleagues, for those we serve in our businesses. It all begins with who we're being in this relationship with us. So the more we're connected to our hearts, with ourselves first, the more we're expressing ourselves from this place of connectedness, the more we create more of that, right? More love. I can't think of anything better than that. All right, enough said. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Sending you a big hug of love for all that is in me, for all memory and data that is in me, that is the cause for any suffering for each and every one of you that I am to atone for. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me, and thank you. Much love, everybody. Have a good night. Blessings.